So I'm going to show you how to get unlimited clients. It sounds like clickbait, it sounds like rubbish, but I am actually going to tell you how it's done. So I have something I invented called the 2 to 8 rule. And how this works is it will provide you an unlimited amount of clients. You will never have to go hungry again. You will never say, I can't get any clients. This works absolutely perfectly. And I'm going to share exactly how it works and also how you can implement it. It's actually very simple. It's called the 2 to 8 rule. I'm going to probably call it the 2 to 8 system because I invented it many years ago and the 2 to 8 system sounds a bit better. So the 2 to 8 system, how it works is you're guaranteed to get 2 to 8 replies if you do a specific order and follow certain key metrics. Now, you're going to get 2 to 8 replies. I don't know the conversion because who knows who's going to say yes to you at some stage. Recruitment is all about timing. You could email a client and they could say, I'm not interested. But if you emailed the next day, something in their mind might have changed. Their candidate might have dropped out of the interview, or they've had extra budget pumped into their recruitment. You don't know what's going to happen. So follow-ups are important as well. Now, how this method works and why it works, you must satisfy two things. Number one is pick the correct niche. And that's well and good saying, oh, just pick the correct niche. What the mistake people make is they go into sectors which are heavily saturated by companies that already have a stranglehold on the industry, namely finance, IT, sometimes healthcare, construction, engineering. There are a multitude of sectors you need to look at. Think your interests. Think what people, just look around you. What is the sectors? What is the demand? Sure, there's loads of buildings, maybe construction. There's a lot of food being delivered, maybe something in the supermarket industry to do with logistics. Yeah, farming, agriculture, languages, sales, customer service even, business development. There's so many sectors, niches. That's an actual niche. Healthcare is not really a niche. Healthcare is a sector. If you said, oh, I want to recruit physiotherapists or occupational therapists, that's a niche. Specialist doctors, surgeons, that's a niche. You need to start with that before you can move on to we're an IT agency. We recruit software developers. If you're going to recruit software developers, good luck, number one, because that's a boom and bust sector. It's had this boom 2-3 years ago and it's dead now. Everyone's flooded it and no one's interested in it. No one likes recruiters in IT either. So regardless of what country you're in. So back to the 2 to 8 method. Pick your right niche. It must satisfy certain key metrics. You must comment below if you have any questions about what you want to recruit for. And is it a good sector? I don't know if it's a good sector. I couldn't tell you, but I've recruited in a lot of sectors, so I know. But going back to the 2 to 8 rule, go onto Indeed, type in a job title and search the filter posted by. If it's posted by employer and staffing agency and it's like 5,000 employers and 20 staffing agencies, you know that's not good. You want a kind of balanced ratio. You want kind of the same, 1,200 employers, 700, 800 recruitment agencies. That's a good sector. That shows there's demand, there's budget, there's people giving jobs to agencies. What you don't want is 3,000 agencies and 300 employers. That means they're so desperate they're giving it to every agency, which means it's very difficult to recruit for. You'll find that on drivers, IT, that kind of thing. So how the method works and why it's guaranteed to work. It's a rule, remember. There's no other method that I've seen that works and guarantees. I challenge anyone to come to me and say, I've done this method, it didn't work. In fact, I'll probably come work for you for free if it doesn't. Yeah. So send 100 emails for 3 months, every single day, Monday to Friday. You will have enough business to run your agency after that. You won't have to do any more business development. You will, because you know the method works, but you won't be able to look at it and say, oh, I'm desperate for jobs. You're going to have clients giving you jobs all the time. You're going to have clients that give you 1 job every quarter. You're going to have a client that's giving you 30 jobs. This method, you must move the market. Yeah, you must be out there. When you start a business or an agency or you're selling something, no one knows you. Sure, you can run ads, you can make a fancy website, but no one knows you. The quickest way to market is to send out emails, cold call. Cold call, the only thing with cold calling is I call up, hi, it's Cads. They forgot my name 20 minutes later. They've had their lunch. But with an email, it's permanent. They can come. I've had clients, believe it or not, I swear on my life, come back to me 2 years later, 6 months later, and say, oh yeah, thanks for your email, we're recruiting for this position. They sometimes keep the emails. I've seen a HR manager's folder of every agency, she plops it in there and she searches the specialism, and when it comes up, she emails them and says, we got this position. So think carefully in terms of niche. Go back and send those 100 emails out. The email template is in the description. You must use that. This whole method has been split tested by myself. Probably about 2.8 million emails have been sent out from this method using that email. I've sent way more than that, but that includes follow-ups. And you must follow up with this method as well. You must do a 4-point touch. Yeah. First email gets second most response. Second email gets the most response, positive response. Third, not so much, and fourth, not so much. Yeah. But you still get emails back. Don't forget, if you sent out 20 to 30,000 emails, sure, it might not, you're going to be sending a lot more with follow-ups, but you're going to say you're out there, you're in people's inbox, people know you now. That's enough to get you started. More than enough, in fact, because the average recruiter will send actually 20, 30 emails a day, if that. A business development person, I've seen them send like 12. And I'm like, sure, you're cold calling 30 people, you're not getting through to anyone. It's a waste of time. Email is direct. They're going to read it. They're going to look at it. If it's of interest, it is of interest. Let's say the whole, I don't know, every employer hiring now, 2% of them will say yes to you. Let's say out of 100, or 2% of everyone will say yes to a new agency. Now, if you send 100, you're going to get 2 yeses. Guaranteed, you're going to get 2 to 8 replies over the 3-month period. You're going to get those replies, and you must look at it as, oh, I didn't get 2 to 8 replies today. Well, you're going to get them eventually. You're going to get someone coming back, and it just works brilliantly. Now, the mistakes you're going to make, or potentially could make, is you're going to give up. The amount of people that have come to me, and God bless their souls, it's a new business to them, and etc., and they're not experienced, and there's not really much good information out there. People come to me and say, I haven't got any clients. And they say, first question I ask is, what niche did you pick? Oh, I picked IT. Why? You have got no experience in IT, you don't know about IT. Oh, I heard it's big money and big fees. Cool, that's fine. Okay, stick with IT. How many emails have you sent? Oh, I've sent a lot. I'm sending the emails out. Oh, it's okay. So how many have you sent? Well, I haven't sent that much. I've maybe sent 1,000. 1,000? 1,000 isn't good enough. 1,000 will get you nowhere. Recruitment is big money. We send out, we get paid a lot. Yeah. If you're not doing it well, it's not a 6-figure business. If you're doing it well, it's guaranteed to be a 6-figure business. Yeah. It's actually very hard not to make 100K from recruitment if you're running it well. Like, if you pick the right niche and you've got clients, how can you not make money in it? Like, it's accidentally you can make money in it. Like, you post an advert, someone applies, and you send the CV and you get the money. Obviously, it's not that simple, but even if you're not you're not killing yourself, you're not working as hard, it's a very good business. Sure, it's going to have its ups and downs, but how can you not move on and make money from it? Like, it's irresponsible. Anyway, so to put it bluntly, send the emails out, you will get the replies. There's nothing more to it, this method, the 2 to 8 system. And if you're sending it to the right people, I forgot to mention, the right people, HR managers, recruitment managers, talent acquisition staff, head of talent, head of people. This is the most important part, and I haven't even said it. Then obviously some people are going to argue, why don't you email the CEO or the chief of technology? Sure, you can do that, but this method is the 2 to 8 system. It's the system where it covers the metrics from HR, recruitment managers. They're the ones that are going to be replying and saying, yeah, we can sign your terms of business. They're authorized to do that. The CTO is probably not authorized to do it. He's going to send it to HR to look at. Yeah, he's not familiar with employment law. He's not going to sign his CEO up to terms that he doesn't understand. Yeah, so it always goes down to HR. Cut the middle person out. Another thing is, you're cold calling and they say, can you email it? Here's the person's email to send it. So why don't you cut out the cold calling and just go straight to email? Okay, you can go to the CTO. He's more likely to say yes because he has the issue. But he's going to send it to HR anyway, so cut him out. That's the only thing that's going to matter. Yeah. And a good HR manager, and it's very rare they do it nowadays, will set up a meeting with the CTO to talk about his challenges and what he's exactly looking for. Yeah. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Remember, the 2 to 8 system works. Prove me wrong.